Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers trade pitch lands floor spacing center next to Anthony Davis. LeBron James and Anthony Davis's stellar lay in the Team USA's gold medal run in the 2024 Paris Olympics is a source of optimism that the Los Angeles Lakers will bounce back strong from the first-round exit last season. It also showed a blueprint for optimizing Davis, who was a menacing defensive presence, 1.5 blocks and 1.2 steals in just 16.6 minutes, in Team USA's second unit next to Miami Heat's stretch big man Bam Adebayo. A 3-4-1 trade where they could land a floor spacing center next to Davis and open up roster spots for veteran free agents might do the trick for the Lakers. Los Angeles Lakers receive Nikola Vucevic. Chicago Bulls receive D'Angelo Russell, Christian Wood, Cam Reddish, 2025 second-round pick via LA Clippers, with Vucevic generating zero trade market, along with disgruntled Zach LaVine. Per the Chicago Sun-Times, the Lakers should pounce on the opportunity to add size and shooting to their frontcourt without giving up their 2 future first-round picks. For the Bulls, shedding away Vucevic's $41.5 million guaranteed money over the next 2 years, while betting on the Clippers to get worse in the post-Paul George era to get an early second-round pick in the talented NBA draft next year might motivate them to pull the trigger on this hypothetical Lakers package. The Bulls might not get a better deal than this after failing to squeeze the Oklahoma City Thunder in extra draft capital in the Alex Caruso, Josh Giddey trade. New Lakers coach J.J. Redick made it known he wants a big bruising man next to Davis to slide him to his preferred power forward position. You certainly have to look at what I think is actually a very good roster, a very balanced roster, Redick said in an interview with Justin Turman and Eddie Johnson on Sirius XM NBA Radio on July 12. We tried, but we'd love to, at some point, get another 5-man, a big bruising 5-man. You look at the Western Conference right now, whether it's Denver, Minnesota, OKC with what they added, certainly Memphis, they're going to be back in the hunt, they added Zach Edey, certain matchups in the playoffs, you're going to need a lot of size. While Vucevic is more a finesse than a bruiser, the former 4-time All-Star center has held his own against Nikola Jokic, the measuring yardstick among all NBA big man and the Lakers' biggest thorn over the last 2 seasons. In 13 career games against Vucevic, Jokic averaged just 15.8 points per StatMuse, which is 5 points lower than his career average and 11 points below his scoring norm last season. Vucevic, a decent 34.1% career three-point shooter, could also open up the paint for James and Davis. On the defensive side, Vucevic's size could give the Lakers another rim protector and allow Davis to roam around and play at his best as a weak side defender. According to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski, Davis played a significant role in the Lakers hiring Redick. The Lakers have been committed to making All-NBA forward Anthony Davis a significant part of the conversation on the next head coach and want to make sure he's aligned with how a new coach plans to feature him on offense and defense, sources said, Wojnarowski reported on June 6. Davis held conversations with Redick upon his hiring where the rookie head coach shared his vision. Redick's plan is to hand the keys to Davis as James winds up his historic career. Redick talked about me being the hub of the offense, Davis said, per Ben Golliver of The Washington Post. That will be different. We won't know everything until training camp when we're able to get on the floor. We want LeBron to shoot more threes. Redick wants to play fast and defend. From what he was telling me, I'm in total agreement with what he has planned for us. The goal at the end of the day is still to win a championship. You can't skip steps. Acquiring a big man who can also shoot threes such as Vucevic could help Redick follow through on his plan to make Davis the Lakers' offensive hub. 3 Lakers who will be cut before training camp. The Los Angeles Lakers notably didn't make any offseason additions to improve the roster for next season. Much to Lakers fans' frustrations, the team is seemingly bringing back the same group that lost to the Denver Nuggets in the first round of the playoffs. GM Rob Pelinka was reportedly active in trade talks and free agent negotiations but came up empty-handed. Now, the Lakers have plenty of players under contract who are not good enough to be contributors on a playoff team. There are also no roster spots available for the Lakers to acquire free agents. That is why it should be a priority for the front office to release a couple of players to create more roster spots and flexibility for potential moves. Here are the 3 likeliest Lakers to be cut before the 2024-25 season. This has been the story of Christian Wood in the NBA. Every summer, a team tricks itself into thinking that Wood is a good basketball player thanks to his scoring ability and smooth offensive game. Then midway into the season, they realize he can't do anything else on the floor and is terrible defensively. Later, Wood signs elsewhere. There is a reason he has played for 8 teams in 8 seasons in the league. That would have happened again if the Lakers hadn't given him a player option for next season for some mind-boggling reason. Now, they are stuck with him. At age 28 and with a proven track record of being a defensive liability, he won't have many trade suitors. Therefore, the only way for the Lakers to create a roster spot would be to waive him. Lakers linked to sharpshooting forward as free agent landing spot. The Los Angeles Lakers roster currently sits at full capacity, with their salary cap right under the dreaded second apron. The team has spent the offseason looking for different ways to improve the roster but so far haven't done anything of significance. For the Lakers to do anything, they would need to clear roster spots. General Manager Rob Pelinka may still look to upgrade the team before training camp starts, and there are a few quality free agents left on the market. Greg Swartz of Bleacher Report listed landing spots for the best remaining free agents around the NBA. The Lakers were named as a good place for veteran sharpshooting forward Doug Mcdernitt. Mcdernitt, 32, doesn't do much else at this stage of his career, yet he remains an elite floor spacer who would fit in well next to James and Anthony Davis. He nailed 47.8% of his pull-up threes and 40.3% of his catch-and-shoot attempts last season between the San Antonio Spurs and Indiana Pacers. The Pacers scored 7.1 more points per 100 possessions with Mcdernitt on the floor, 94th percentile, via cleaning the glass, and his defensive concerns would help be negated by playing alongside Davis. The Pacers were one of the better offensive teams around the NBA last season, with Mcdernitt helping to space the floor for them. His shooting ability could vastly help the Lakers' offensive attack, especially with the emphasis on shooting more three-point shot attempts this season. The former Creighton product split time between the San Antonio Spurs and Pacers a year ago. He averaged 5.5 points, 0.9 rebounds, and 1.1 assists per game between the two teams. Mcdernitt shot 41% from beyond the three-point line, showing that he can still knock down shots at a high rate. If the Lakers were to sign him, Mcdernitt would receive looks from three-point land coming from passes of LeBron James. James has long been known to be one of the better passers in basketball history, so Mcdernitt could find himself having a great season. The defensive liabilities are concerning, especially for a team that struggled on that end of the floor a year ago. But if Mcdernitt could even slightly hold his own, he could remain on the court. Mcdernitt seems like he could be a nice flyer for the Lakers to take a chance on. While his defense is a struggle, he would add size to the roster, with him being 6'6". Adding a player like Mcdernitt would help the Lakers be more competitive next season, but until some roster moves are made, everything is just hypothetical. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Doug Mcdernitt? Leave your opinion in the comments.